Hello, our internet fans. We're here with another edition of one of the greatest mismatch shows on this channel. We call it After the Rants.
No, we call it Stat Boy's Bell.
That too.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go with this because call it what you want. It's a mismatch between myself, the Stat Boy, and Mr. Jeff Meacham.
From After the Bell. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
And what we're doing today, we're taking off from our busy schedule of watching TV to talk about TV.
Ah.
You asked us what are our favorite top 10 TV shows of any genre. No specifics. We don't have to pick dramas. We don't have to pick reality shows. We don't have to pick cartoons. Just our overall, in general, favorite must-see TV. See how I went there? TV shows. Mr. Meacham, the list, please.
Can't wait, must-see TV? I mean, it's NBC. We gotta cut. I gotta do this whole list over again.
Really?
Yeah. Because if it's must-see TV, it has to be NBC shows. That's a copyright by NBC.
We'll work on it later. Just
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, I'll
The list I have now, how about that? We'll go with that.
3000 West Alameda Boulevard, Burbank, California. Go ahead.
That's right. Number 10. Family Guy. Specifically, Laugh It Up Fuzzball, the trilogy, the Star Wars trilogy. I do like...
It's called It's a Trap.
I thought it was...
No, it's called It's a Trap.
Okay. Oh, my bad. It's a Trap trilogy, whatever you want to call it. The Family Guy in and of itself is epic and funny and ridiculous and everything, but the Star Wars parody was the funniest thing I've seen in a long, long time, and made me want to watch Family Guy on a more regular basis. So
Get the uncensored DVD. Fox did censor it.
Got it right.
Because there is swearing involved. And
Yes.
When I heard that, it's like...
Yep. Number 9. Taking it back to 1960s.
Ooh.
Batman. That's right. We joke about the bat phone ringing here during the tapings, but that's exactly where it comes from. It's from that infamous red phone ringing in Commissioner Gordon's office.
I
when
love
there
that
was danger.
red phone. That was
Yes.
amazing. And here's a little tidbit, because I'm a Stat Boy.
Yes.
The scene or the cut part where they put their seatbelts on.
Mm-hmm.
PR actually went to them and says, "Look, we gotta teach the kids to wear their seatbelts in the car. If Batman and Robin didn't do it, the kids will do it."
That's right.
So that's why in the later episodes, I think maybe at the end of season 1, season 2, they put the seatbelts on before saying atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed,
Right.
and off. Very good.
Number 8, MASH.
Ooh, MASH.
The 11-year epic saga about a 4-year war. You do the math,
Yeah.
kids.
There were sad moments. There were funny moments. The laugh track was not necessary.
No,
I mean,
definitely not.
I really didn't see MASH very much as a comedy to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it made fun of a dire situation, but I really wouldn't call it a comedy. Therefore, the laugh track was not necessary.
Yeah, and I believe they deleted it in later years.
Oh yes,
Remember, right?
that's what they did.
Yep. Number 7, the newest created show on my list. Heroes.
Heroes, very good.
And I blame JJ for that, because we watched Heroes recently on DVD, all four seasons in a row, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I am very pissed at NBC for not continuing that show.
It was actually very fun for me coming home from a day's work just to see you guys watching Heroes, and then I would sit down and actually watch it.
As a family.
That was fun.
Yep. Number 6, Friends. Again, growing up when we did, growing up and being a 90s child and a 2000 adolescent and young adults, Friends was our show. At the end of the day.
Jennifer Aniston, when she went on Inside the Actor Studio, had to talk about being on Friends, obviously, and the topic of the Rachel haircut came up.
Yes. How
lots of women would go to their stylist and say, "I want that haircut."
Right. Yep.
Very good.
Number... What am I at here? 9, 8, 7...
5, I believe?
5.
Yeah.
I have too many. Oh well.
Oh well.
That's all right. Number 5, Boy Meets World.
Ooh, Ben Savage.
Yes. Boy Meets World was, again, if you weren't watching, NBC on Thursday nights, you were watching ABC on Friday nights.
Oh yes.
Family Matters and Boy Meets World and everything. Boy Meets World, I loved Topanga in season 1. everybody else kind of caught up with me in season 2 when she got all hot.
Oh, exactly.
So, you know.
And Mr. Feeney, you know, William Daniels.
Yes.
The
voice
think,
of Kit.
Oh, yes, the voice of Kit. You knew exactly what. I believe that. I think I was actually watching the show on a rerun, and I believe I asked Renegade, I go, do you recognize that voice? And at first he kind of said no. I go, dude, that's Kit. And his jaw dropped.
Yep.
I mean, because he's a very distinguished actor with a very distinguished voice.
I don't know if anybody else in this room will remember this. Do you remember going to Universal Studios and seeing Kit on display, and you could talk to Kit?
1984. I went there. I was 5, 6 years old. I went into the car. I sat down, and I was so awestruck. I tried to ask him, how do you jump? Yeah. And I just couldn't. I said, I really think you're cool, and you're a really cool car, and I really think that, oh, by the way, how do you jump? And he goes, well, I have a turbo boost button. Now, I probably now remember how they did they had to have used like some kind of tracks over and over. I couldn't tell if it was live or not, but but it was one of the coolest moments. I couldn't even find the turbo boost button. I looked and I couldn't find it. This was before Kit got an upgrade in the later seasons.
Yes.
Yeah, but yes, thank you for bringing that up because that was cool.
Number 4, Saved by the Bell. JJ mentioned it on his countdown.
His was number 1. Yours is number 4. I'm a little surprised at that.
You'll see why.
Okay.
Saved by the Bell. You know, again, you know, Saturday mornings, man. You're on NBC watching Zach and Slater cause shenanigans, you know, and watching everybody in the world fall in love with Kelly Kapowski, you know. And
Zach and Kelly were the great couple. I mean, the whole thing at the beach club with
Stacy,
Zach and Stacy. That's like, will you just get back with her because you know you're going to end up.
Oh, and I wanted to correct Jay and Jade because when I was at Santa Clarita with Dylan the week after Father's Day, they finally got into the Tory season.
Oh,
they finally hit the Tory years. So it was like, you know,
it
was like the first episode at like 1:30, and then 2 o'clock when the Tory came on. So we got one Tory, and then the weekend hit. So it's like now we have to wait till Monday.
She always wore her leather jacket, didn't she?
Almost always. Yes, actually, that first episode, she got a brief little makeover from Lisa to try to impress Zach with her womanly ways, and it was like, okay, this is not.
Gotcha.
All right, number 3.
Number 3.
After my instant revision here, because I had 11 here.
Yeah.
I had Star Trek Next Generation, Star Trek Voyager.
Okay.
Back to back. I'm going to go ahead and take off Voyager, put it as an honorable mention.
Okay.
Because Voyager was awesome. It was the first Trek to go back to, at the end of the day, the real Final Frontier since Star Trek, the original show. Because Next Generation, DS9 all had, you know, we knew this stuff, but we didn't know this stuff.
Right.
But the Next Generation made me a Star Trek fan. Next Generation, I literally, if it's, no matter what time of day it's on, if I have an insomnia or if I wake up, whatever, from nightmare and I turn on the TV and Next Generation's on, I'm not going to bed for an hour. It's not happening. And I am praying to God out there that somebody gets enough money on my wish list together and get me the season, the 20-year anniversary set, because the whole series is on DVD now.
I saw on YouTube somewhere there was it was a greatest cliffhangers.
Yes.
And there was a cliffhanger of Picard as a Borg.
The best of both worlds. Yes. And
I'm
not talking some stupid Disney Miley Cyrus song. I'm talking about the leader of the Enterprise, the captain of the vessel, getting captured by the bad guy and getting turned into a bad guy robot, man. And then you're done for the summer. It's like, what the for 3 months.
That was kind of. It's like I saw that and I go, wait a minute. Now I'll admit, I'm not a super. I'm the smallest possible Trekkie there is. Okay, I don't hate it, but I'm not a super nerd about it. But it's like, I want to kind of know what happened.
Now see, I am a convention attending, clothes buying, figure buying, book reading, movie buying nerd.
In fact,
I am a Trekker.
In fact, he has a DVD of himself and his father in the captain's chairs. That was cool. You gotta see if you can post that, because that is very cool.
I don't know if I can post the extra DVD. I think Paramount would frown on that.
Well,
but
it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
There is a picture of me in both captain's chairs, Kirk's and Picard's. I have to find those and scan those. Number 2. The one that Mikey gets mad at me for because I have the entire series, not just certain seasons. I love to see.
I'm not mad at you for
I
Idol.
know,
I love Lucy just as much as you do.
I Love Lucy is the greatest television show of all time. That's not number one on my list.
And I know I get flack for it, but I just want to see it. I want to see some other classic episodes colorized. I just maybe one or two, not the whole.
No, black and white.
If they can colorize the Christmas special, why can't they colorize?
I refuse to watch that. I refuse to watch it colorized.
Wow.
I refuse. It's like watching Bewitched season 1 or Genie season 1. It's like, no, don't colorize that shit. Stop it, Ted Turner.
That was more Technicolor than colorization.
I know.
Yeah.
And number 1, is anybody surprised that WWE Monday Night Raw is number 1 on my list? Seriously. Raw is the longest running episodic television show in the history of television.
On July 23rd.
Well, no. It already passed longest running.
Oh, okay.
It passed Gunsmoke a couple years ago. But Raw, growing up when I grew up, there was no Raw for the first 10 years of my life. It was Primetime, it was TNT, it was all those shows. And for me, having live wrestling on Monday nights and not knowing what to expect and seeing Superstar versus Superstar as opposed to Superstar versus Ham and Egger, as Bobby Heenan would call them, humanoids.
Or Baba Ganoush, as Al Snow
Baba Ganoush, yes. Thank you, Al Snow.
You're welcome.
Made it worth watching. And Raw, I don't care where I'm at, what part of the globe I'm on, if there is a television and it's Monday night at 9 o'clock and Raw isn't available on that TV, somebody's getting screamed at.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
My turn.
Yes, sir.
Number 10. I'm going CBS, Blue Bloods. Tom Selleck.
All time, really?
As number 10, yes.
Okay.
Because I kind of like the whole, the whole police thing, who done it, solve the crime type thing. I like the families when they're sitting at the table at the end of the episode. They're all you got 4 generations of, or 3 or 4 generations of police officers.
I believe it's 3 plus the kids.
Plus the kids. It's just and like I say, Tom Selleck and the mustache will never die.
Tom Selleck is that badass.
Tom Selleck is, Magnum P.I. was cool, but Blue Bloods.
Tom Selleck's mustache gives Mikey's hope.
Yeah, really.
It really does.
Number 9.
My beard scares them both, though.
Or
it did.
Your beard.
I
still say you should grow back your beard.
No, this is just sheer laziness. This is sheer laziness.
Okay. Number 9, NBC's Las Vegas, with James Caan
and a very modern list so far, but okay.
And Josh Duhamel,
Vanessa Marcel.
I love Las Vegas. I don't get to go to Las Vegas as much, but to see the inner workings of how a casino runs with all the surveillance and the inner stories of the head guy, the valet, the main pit boss, the host, it just, and it's, like I say, it's Las Vegas, They taped most of their stuff down at the convention center, I got James Caan's autograph thanks to Renegade.
There is a badass in Hollywood.
That is,
man. James Caan, man. Don't mess with him.
No, you don't want to mess with James Caan. Number 8, sticking with CBS, that's NCIS LA. Another modern one. I really didn't go old school on my list. I'm going to say that right now. I'm going to stay on more modern stuff. Chris O'Donnell, LL Cool J.
Yeah, that's fun. I like LA better than I like the other one.
Yeah,
I really do.
It's all LA. Yeah. And I love the high tech stuff. I love how you can have a camera the size of a pin. The Bluetooth technology in your ears. Everyone's on smartphones.
And amazing most about NCIS?
What's that?
The fact that they took the suit maker from Incredibles actually turned her into a real person and put her on CBS. Hey, that was amazing to me.
Hey, she is a very distinguished boss, and she's very cool.
The technology exists to turn cartoons into real people.
Yeah,
I am flabbergasted by this whole thing.
And of course, we all want to see Deeks and what's the brunette's name? You know who we're talking about. Yeah. They need to hook up, okay? Because and the 2 nerds have to hook up too.
Why not?
If the nerds can hook up, the 2.
I think the nerds did hook up, didn't they recently?
Did they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did toward the end of last season, I think. Yeah.
All right, number 7, The Tonight Show. Jay Leno and Carson. I like them both.
Okay.
As much as Ginger Pride with Conan, I kind of turned away from that. You know,
I felt really bad for Conan because I really wanted to like his version of Tonight Show, and it just like it felt like watching Late Night an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Tonight Show is its own entity, and he didn't do it well.
We actually watched a recent documentary on just Tonight Show with Carson.
Great stuff.
You know, I love Karnak the Magnificent. Him and Ed McMahon, you know, peanut butter and jelly, right then and there. You know, I love hearing on Leno, it's Monday night, it's time for headlines.
Yes.
I love the headlines. I kind of felt bad that Kevin Eubanks left, because he was a cool guitar player.
And a very cool and a very decent celebrity baseball player. My Dodgers hat is signed right here by Kevin Eubanks.
Wow. You know, Ricky Maynor is cool.
Ricky's cool.
I like him, but there's just not that chemistry between them. Jaywalking is fun. I would love to walk the streets of Burbank and just, hey, Jay Leno, can I be on your show? You know.
The government kept me going. We don't have to hear about the freaking Philadelphia sports teams anymore. I will give Kevin's departure that.
Yeah.
So sick of hearing about the Sixers and God.
And whenever they have the guests, you know, Jay doesn't hold back.
Yeah.
You know, I love. He's had Obama on there, I think, twice.
Yes.
And that's
once during the campaign and once. Obama, I believe, was the first sitting president to ever be on the Tonight Show.
I mean, he did 2 segments of politics, and I love the 3rd segment whenever he's not. Now, Mr. President, you turned 50 years old. I did. You quit smoking. I did. What do you think of Snooki? Who's Snooki? The president doesn't know who Snooki is, so.
And we're all very grateful for that.
Yes. 10, 9, 8, 7. Number 6, Jeopardy.
There you go.
I love watching Jeopardy after a day's work. That's what I do now since it's summertime, you know. I get off work, I'm backstage, I plug in my phone, and I'm just watching.
And I have to mention this. I found out last week during the Angel game we were there,
yes.
Or whatever it was, a couple weeks ago, we went to the Angels game, whatever it was. Best recovery to Alex Trebek for a heart attack.
He had a heart attack?
He had a heart attack, yes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he had a heart attack. I found out. Well, I was at the Angels game, just reading through tweets and stuff, and back on. Whatever it was, in the last month, he was suffering a mild heart attack.
Damn.
So best wishes to a full recovery for Mr. Trebek.
I mean, I knew he helped thwart a robbery once, and he kind of got a little banged up.
Well, I think what happened was, and I think JJ said this himself, is that he saw himself in the mirror for the first time without his mustache and gave himself a heart attack. He scared himself. So I think it's the shock of no stash just drove him into a heart attack.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, you know, I like to keep my brain going, and
definitely, Jeopardy is the best game show.
And you know, whenever you're in a small group and you're out just yelling out answers, everyone's looking at you. Hey, you should go on that show. It's like, I can't because ABC is the parent company of Disney. Therefore, I'm ineligible.
Well, it's on ABC in every market.
I believe so.
Okay, well, I mean definitely in our market. So, and at the end of the day. My dad will never cease to amaze me with, he's now, I don't know where his streak is now. Last time I checked, his streak was 10 days in a row of Final Jeopardy answers.
Yeah.
He can pull this stuff out of his butt, I swear to God.
If you followed me on Facebook, once in a while I put the Final Jeopardy answers up that I get right. And it's like, it's like, first round of Jeopardy, sometimes it's a piece of cake.
Right.
Double Jeopardy is frustrating, but I do get some right. When Final Jeopardy comes up and it's like, ugh, am I really going to get this one?
Yep. And
when I even surprise myself sometimes. Number 5, we touched on it before, Family Guy.
Yes.
I love Family Guy. Seth MacFarlane is a genius. He you know, of course, my favorite scene is the Ipecac vomiting scene, because
God.
It's just funny, and the epic fights, you know, they just keep going and going, and it's like, how much damage can one person take?
That's right.
So, Family Guy. Number 4, sticking with ABC, it only lasted 1 season. It was called No Ordinary Family.
Oh yeah, I actually like that show.
It was a bit of a ripoff on Heroes.
Yeah.
Where people had superpowers. The superpowers were not natural, though. They were created with a serum. In fact, in Heroes, the serum part of the story didn't come in until like season 3.
Right.
This was, you know, your typical family. You know, mom works all day, dad is a struggling police officer, the older daughter wants to be accepted at school, and the younger son is having trouble. You know, they all have their separate lives, they're all on the cell phones and whatnot, They go on a family vacation. The plane crashes. Next thing you know, Dad is super strong. Mom is super fast. Sister can hear people's thoughts, and older brother has a super brain.
There
you go. And then, you know, they all get together as a family. Number 3, another ABC show that only lasted a season, GCB. An acronym, Good Christian, enter B word. But because the boy's still asleep, I can't say it. But
still awake.
Good Christian Bells is the clean version. Basically, it's Texas meets Desperate Housewives. Throw in a little Christianity.
When was this?
This was this season, actually, 2011-2012 season, or 2012-2013.
Did it even make it a full season?
It did make a full season. The ratings were strong. They were good. They weren't superior, and ABC canceled it.
I never even heard of it.
Big mistake. Well, no, actually, you did see me watch it. You did come home, and you kind of got into it, but you didn't really go by the wayside. Kristen Chenoweth of Wicked fame played the. Now, I mentioned Kristen Chenoweth, and now he's.
You know the Wicked fan. I mean, what do you want from me?
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good little. It was a good show.
It was. It was funny.
It was.
I thought so.
You know, they threw in the Christianity, threw in Texas with, there was a barbecue episode that I really liked. You know, and it's always, how does Kristen Chenoweth's character want to make Leslie Bibb's character from Iron Man, she played, you know, how's she going to make her life a literal living hockey sticks?
Let me throw in an honorable mention really quick.
Go ahead.
You mentioned Texas. Dallas.
The old version or the new version?
I haven't seen the new version yet. I intend to watch it very soon because I want to get caught back up on the shenanigans of J.R. Bobby and all, but the classic Dallas was great. Anyway.
I met Charlize Theron once.
Linda Gray was a customer in a Blockbuster more than once when I was working there. She's a sweet, sweet lady. Very cool. Very cool lady. Yes.
Number 2, no surprise, Monday Night Raw.
Number 2, okay.
Number 2, yes. Right. I mean, it would be number 1, but I'm not crazy enough where I have to find out what happens next. I have to watch Monday Night Raw. CM Punk. But no, number 2, because if I miss it, it's no big thing. If I miss an episode of Monday Night Raw, then it would be a little bit whatever. But you know,
that's what YouTube's for.
Exactly. And you know, like I say, I love the YouTube channel of Monday Night Raw or the WWE because they have great shows. Number 1, without a doubt, Spike TV, The Deadliest Warrior. I love this show. You know, Spike TV, the man's channel. You know, now I'm into violent things, but I am not a violent person. But basically what they did, they would take ancient warriors or ancient people, they would scientifically pick apart their weapons, put the information into a computer, and they would have a battle to find out who wins. These were ancient weapons, swords, daggers, if it needed to be
slingshots, all that
slingshots,
stuff.
guns, knives, you name it. They would attach high-speed cameras. They would, measure the force of a bullet going through you. They would use ballistic gels. They had an ER specialist who would go in with gloves on, and he would diagnose the situation to see how much damage would be caused. So you learn something, and you know, I love this show. It's my favorite show of all time. That's why it's number 1, The Deadliest Warrior. It lasted 3 seasons. 4th season's in limbo because I think they just basically ran out of people to work with.
All right.
Deadliest Warrior, number 1.
There you go. All right, well, there you have it. Mikey has Deadliest Warrior. I've got Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw makes both lists, actually.
Yeah.
You know, I'm surprised Lucy didn't make your list with Lucy being such a big favorite of yours.
Well, yeah, I'll give it an honorable mention.
Okay,
because, I mean,
all right.
You can only talk about Lucy so much. You know, like I said in your part of it, I want to see it colorized. You know, I've read the books about I Love Lucy, you know. Yes.
Did you see the CBS Made for TV movie?
I did.
I have got to find that. I have yet to find it anywhere, online, on YouTube, anywhere.
It was very
I liked it. I really loved it. It was very well done.
It was.
All right. So there's our list. What do you guys think? What are your top 10 favorite TV shows of all time? I know y'all are a lot younger than we are, most of you, so you know you're gonna have like 1990 to now type stuff.
Really.
But you know what? you guys can watch TV Land Nick at night too. So.
And in the meantime, we're gonna go back and watch some more TV.
That's right, because that's what we do around here. We watch TV to give research for you guys. We will see you next time whenever we do another Stat Boys Bell, whatever that may be. So for Stat Boy, this is Jeff Meacham saying,
Stat Boy out.